His numbers his rookie year, it's like Shaq, Olajuwon, Carl. I'm like, damn.
Rookie of the month, rookie of the month, rookie of the month, rookie of the month, rookie of the month. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Because the people who really know ball know what you do.
What's the podcast gonna be called? Since you guys are
we have so much podcast talk like we do.
That's the reason why we started.
Link, come on, man.
Wonder what it's like, had go on sight. Did he hesitate? Think about his life, think about his kids, think about his wife. But that nigga heartless. Group home, nigga never had no take home a little black kid. Poor thing, his mama is a kid. So the state raised him, and the hate raised him. They clown on him at school, but he fronted like it ain't fake.
Well, there's a lot of top players in this league who can't do what D. Russ does. He's always gonna lead his team.
You gonna make me cry in here, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Holding on to a little hope of a better life, but that hope fades so quick. He getting paid so quick. He be robbing the minimum wage won't keep him.
Bro, you got no, you don't. What's on your wrist, bro? Hey, bro. Bro. No, you didn't, bro. You know it's crazy. I was like, bro, I'm about to wear this watch. This shit got me so long ago. Of course, I've been living out of my suitcase. But
I ain't gonna lie. I understand.
My dog. Where do you want him at, Jordan?
Over there to the left.
To walk this joint in the end zone. Yeah. I know y'all play tomorrow?
We do.
Who y'all play?
Kings.
Sacramento.
And then y'all play
Sabonis.
We got
Fox
10 times this year, bro.
You have for sure.
Yeah, you got plenty
Tired of them. We play them soon.
Yeah.
You play them right after them, I think.
They a different team now, though, with Coach.
Yeah, they are a different team. But they're like 9-1 the last 10.
It's just different. They got different energy, bro.
Yeah, you take this.
Yes, sir. Big Bodega. You hear me?
Stop.
You hear me? Big Bodega in this joint.
You know what's crazy? I wear this. I've been wearing this for like. I wear it a lot.
Totally, huh?
Yeah, I wear it a lot,
bro.
I wore it yesterday.
Makes me happy, dog.
Nah, I appreciate you, brother.
What,
You in the middle. You the star.
Nah, I ain't no star. We all up in space with it. You dig? I ain't no star. We all stars.
Stop.
Hey, can you open this for me, bro? On your white boy shirts, lighter.
He said a white dress.
Boy shirts or something.
Y'all want the light out like that?
Yeah, I actually like that.
Dog, I appreciate you, bro.
Nah, I told you we'd make it happen.
Bro, we've been grinding, so to be able to.
This boy talk about wearing a watch. Your boy came out with that turbo.
Man, listen, bro. I'm all black for a reason, man. I'm in kill mode. I'm trying
You ain't wrong.
to get back to my ways.
You ain't wrong.
What's the significance with the watch you're wearing? The one you're wearing, Kat?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Lo got it for me. He got it when I got the 60 burger in San Antonio. He put the 60 burger on the back.
Bro,
Fire.
when I tell you, dude hit me and was like, "No, I ain't got it today." I'm like, "What you mean?" He's like, "I'm tired, bro. I'm sick." I'm like, "All right, bro. I know what type of night it is. I gotta get busy, man. Let's get it." Start the game, and one, done. 25 points. Look up 50, look up 60, just like that. I'm like, bro, to be able to just roll out of bed, cup of coffee, keep it pushing, and be able to do that, bro, is special. Not a lot of people got that. A lot of people try to have that and wish they had it. Shit. But you got it, bro.
Nah, man. It was one of those days. It was just weird. It worked out well, and I was just kind of like, you know how you can fight the moment? I was just letting it happen. I wasn't really like...
Letting it just go.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? I wasn't trying to force it either. It was just happening.
So this is like, Book did this before we got him on. We had a few other dudes do it, just where we just kind of stop by, just pull up. Like,
Yeah.
this is just a teaser, and we'll use this when we use it. We might use it soon, but like,
Nah, for sure.
we want to do it big for you, bro. Like, I wish you still had your Minnesota property. I don't know if you still got it or you probably don't go there at all.
No.
But I'm saying, like, we want to pull up on you. We want to pull up on you, bro, and just kind of.
It'll be done this summer. It'll be
You
done.
built the house, or you?
I like
renovated
fully like did it up.
Yeah?
I went to D-Lo in Miami, right?
Congrats, my
all the
boy.
way.
Ain't no better feeling being
For sure.
involved in every little detail.
Because you know,
of your crib.
Minnesota it just came like that.
It was already done,
cool.
furnished. I
Like
remember
this
you telling
one's
me
like
that.
we went ground up.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
But no, like I said, this is just a teaser, bro. And we're gonna plan for something bigger, and we want we want you to brag to us, bro. I've been one of your biggest fans for a long time, bro.
You know, feelings mutual. It's always been mutual.
Come on, bro. I already know. Our fans, we got new fans, new following,
Yes, sir.
new vibes that only know from what we've showed them so far. So
Yeah.
for us, we gonna bring back our old podcast at Cho Crib.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah,
bring
you
back
remember
those
that?
clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring back
The circle
Minnesota
table,
clips.
the circle table.
Come on,
the circle
bro.
table in Minnesota.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that was when we was just doing it on the low. But now we
COVID gave all of us opportunity to just do some new shit.
come on,
Just
bro.
having fun with it.
How you enjoying the big city?
It's good. I like it. You know, it's crazy because, you know, for me, I grew up here.
This is so you.
Yeah, it was different.
So,
a lot of family though.
Of
A lot
course.
of family. I was used to always having like nobody.
Sis, everybody here.
Yeah,
huh?
you know what I'm trying to say. So
Love
now in
that.
Minnesota, it was always like nobody came to the games, and now everybody comes. to
Yeah.
the games. So it's kind of like
Love that. The missus enjoying it.
loves it.
Everybody, yeah.
Loves it.
Be back on this side.
You know what's so crazy for me is like, I'm such a Jersey kid. I was always like, nah.
Knicks,
Jersey.
right?
Yeah. It was kind of, but it was more like such a bias towards Jersey.
Just against it.
Yeah,
that.
and now it's like, you know, I see why everyone loves.
Were you a New Jersey Nets fan?
I was.
Word?
Because, you know, they had the Continental Airlines Arena. It was in Jersey, so it made it easier.
That's where it
be
started.
Like, tickets also were easier to get for Nets. You know,
Love
Vince
that.
Carter, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd. It was
I used to
easier to get a
love
ticket
Vince
for that.
Carter.
Vince
Yeah,
got
it
his
was-
thing coming out, his specials coming out. They did a premiere last
Are
night.
they gonna do? They're doing a retirement there too for.
Yeah, next game.
They promoted that during our game. I was like, damn.
They
They
knew
didn't
what
even
they
get a
were doing.
KO video. God
Good,
damn.
good TV game. Next production. Nah, they did it right.
What do you think besides like just the big market? Like, what's the biggest difference from playing in Minnesota and playing in New York?
You know, I
Shout out Minnesota.
for sure, they treated us all well.
Shout out Minnesota. Man.
They,
No doubt,
I think it's just different. You know, it's Madison Square Garden. You know,
Yeah.
so it's it has a different energy than Minnesota has.
bro, they renovated all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to him. Is it Penn Station?
Yeah,
Bro, that's crazy. Bro, I'm looking for this grungy
Nah.
little area coming. I ain't been to New York in a minute, like in the area for like, I'm driving past and I'm like, bro, this don't even look, it been that long?
It's everything here happened in New York minute, right?
New York.
I will say, it's so crazy when you don't have to walk up that long ass tunnel to go up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you just
It's
take
not-
the elevator.
Oh, now they got the elevator set up
Whoa.
for y'all.
Yeah.
All that makes sense because
Bro.
yeah.
Yo,
like the
'cause you remember
picnics,
you always get here and you be like,
yeah,
oh,
Everybody's
God.
picked, they up like struggling
yeah,
going up the hill.
And you
Everyone
guys
got their
sweating.
rolling bag. They just sweating
Come on,
going
bro.
up. That, yeah.
that's a home
messed
field
up.
advantage.
Now you got like the access to the elevator. You're like, all right, yeah, this is fine. I see what it is now.
It's got to be different too, because I remember in like Minnesota, it wasn't just because it wasn't a big market. It was just such like a chill, like going to games. It wasn't like, you know, you had to have security everywhere. You could drive probably to the games and do your thing and like D-drove all this stuff. And here it's probably like complete opposite. Like you can't. It's not as like simple living.
His driver, doormans,
Yeah.
avoid the cold.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like one of those things. I think that was probably one of the biggest adjustments because I like to drive.
Yeah.
So now you have no car.
sit in the back.
Yeah, I feel like I lost my driving ability. Like I don't even like think.
Still got
about
with the red.
the Maybach.
Yeah.
It's in LA now.
Yeah.
So I don't
You
know.
don't drive at all here.
No.
I don't blame you at all.
Because you know that drive over to White Plains is
You live here, no?
Yeah.
In the city?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
that 7 a.m. start to drive over there.
Weren't you just saying that they would, if you were Dolan or something, what you would do? I thought it was a good idea.
Like an apartment, like a luxury building right on top of the garden, or like right there.
I don't even think that. I think I would even just to save the money and time, I would just buy Basketball City.
Oh, that Nike thing,
Yeah.
and just turn it
And
into
just change the decals and
or
call it a day.
NBPA.
Just somewhere in Manhattan. I don't
something.
understand why they have it so far away.
I think it's just because
Easy
we
living for
share
the
it with the
staff.
Rangers though.
Yeah.
Easier living for the staff though.
For sure,
You know
hands
what I
down.
mean? Staff, they ain't really making what. So to live here because it's in the city.
I mean, a lot of guys, live in Connecticut too. So
Yep.
it's like you're not even in New York. You're not even getting a New York tax or anything like that. You live in Connecticut.
I love that.
And Greenwich and all that stuff. So
But it's like you got New York City and you're not even.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing too. I was like, as you know, the Minnesota house, and I'm like, yo, I could go like some town home, whatever here, or go crazy and be in Connecticut and stuff. And I was like, nah, I want to live like the New York lifestyle. I want to be at an
New York
apartment.
lifestyle,
I want to
bro.
like, you know what I'm trying to say?
If you can
New York.
afford it, man, you got it.
If you can afford it, that's the biggest thing too.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we don't really have no way to start our pod, bro. I don't know if you've been tuned into what we've done in the past, but we just we would be doing this already. You know what I mean? Us three, us four, whoever. Be you like.
Could have been in the movie theater watching just basketball.
Bro, we
Isn't
would
this
be.
crazy now? I'm watching.
No, you're not.
It's crazy.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all hear this, man?
Yeah,
He's not.
Nah, I'm watching more ball like ever.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay, because
it's
you
like
compete
weird.
for a
I've
championship.
been using
huh?
that NBA app.
Yeah.
Listen to
What changed though? Like what was like it was just like came natural or what?
change the scenery, goddamn.
It was I think the scenery, but it was more about the fact, I never played in the East. So now I
You
gotta
ain't-
like,
you don't know
yeah,
these
I don't
dudes.
know anybody like that. Like, if they come to town in Minnesota,
Playing
whatever,
once.
Funny, bro.
Yeah.
it's whatever. But like, I was so accustomed to the West. I remember seeing the guys when they were young. Now they're like the All-Stars. Now they're the new guys up. Like,
Yeah.
so it was kind of different. Now
It's
when
a
I'm in the
different
East,
brand.
I don't really know people.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
maybe,
different brand.
yeah, it's a different brand of basketball. It's a different way of playing.
There's
These
more
guys are different.
teams out there with players that you don't know.
Exactly.
in the East.
Exactly.
And
And it's like
that's hard.
it's people you wouldn't think of. And I'm not saying they're not bad.
Yeah,
That
no
we
disrespect.
know who they are, but like when you really sit down and you're like, all right, now this is not like a one-time deal. This is 4 times, 3 times.
I would say being in LA too, a lot of those dudes that played in the games when they would come play against the Lakers, they wouldn't play in the games when they play against. They would,
Yeah.
or they would play more in these games.
Yeah.
Playing against the Nets, like dudes are getting 8 reps. Like the Lakers games, you're not getting reps.
And
We try
also
and
too, they
win.
just play different. When it's like, you're not playing like on a West Coast team, there's pressure. It's like you're playing this team one time. You're in LA, you call it crypto, staples,
Facts.
but if you look at it, you're playing that one time, there's pressure and stuff like now
Big
it's
game,
Like, yeah, it's a
rah, rah.
big game and stuff. It's a different atmosphere. But like, you playing, it's an East versus East team. You
Not
know
that
you're
big
gonna
of a
play
deal.
us another 2-3 times. You kind of just relax. You just settle in,
Unless
and these
it's
guys play a
Boston.
little different.
Y'all get up for those Boston games though. I know y'all get. It's different. When
I
y'all
wouldn't
play
say we get up for them because we only played them once and we got smacked. But,
I
but
don't
we
know,
play them
bro.
soon. We play them next week.
That's gonna
That'll
be
be a good
exciting.
game.
We get 3 days off.
Bro, you
now.
look younger, bro. What
Me?
you on? Was it Arnie? What you got going on? Bro, you look younger, bro. Like you out there, I don't know what you did. You probably cut the hair just a little bit.
Right. I did cut the hair.
You look like Arnie got you or something, bro. I don't know what it is. You at Proactive?
I don't know. Yeah,
I gotta go revisit, bro.
You got
Something.
to.
Your
Cool as
assessment.
shit. Shit, well, you don't even have to pay for a spot. Just pull up to the crib.
I'll pull up.
We'll
You're
go first, huh?
We
out
got
the way,
a
right?
little putting green in the back too.
Ooh.
Good undulation.
I done
Good
got
putting.
solid at the at golf, bro. I ain't
Nah, you
nice,
did.
bro.
You remember
I
when we
got
played
solid.
when we played at Sherwood?
Bro, that was amateur too. Like when we played at Sherwood, that was a little while ago. We done locked into lessons and things start taking it serious to come here tonight.
I just laugh at how much effort I put in to get him to play golf, and he was downplaying the shit out of it. And now this man's the biggest advocate of all
I
time.
just love it, bro. I wish I was loving it when you really loved it. I remember your face.
Yeah, I still do. You know
got
what's funny?
so much-
I've actually played the most now in the season that I've played.
On the road and stuff.
Yeah, but like, cause I first came over here and I was kind of like, I was on my own time, so like I would really go to the golf course just by myself.
Type shit.
That's real golf dedication. Just
Oh,
by
for sure.
myself, public course.
He's out there.
Pull
That's
up.
golfing.
He's
You're golfing.
good
You're
at it
golfing.
because he don't do public courses.
Yeah, I'm
he needs the
just
setup.
pulling up. I'm just pulling up. I play.
Pull up the Baker National, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
this boy.
2 hours away in Minnesota.
I've played a lot earlier in the
Some of that
year.
golf.
We haven't been on the road this whole month, but like all I could think about was like All-Star break. If I could play, but now with my thumb, I don't know exactly if I'm gonna do it, but I'll try.
You healthy though? Other than that,
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. I appreciate you saying I look younger. I ain't feel like it, but
I mean,
maybe
y'all-
something
you know,
going on. God blessing me,
put
man.
Tibbs in the head,
Right,
right?
type
Playing my
shit,
dog all
type
these
shit,
minutes,
type
man.
shit.
Nah,
Nah,
shout
I-
out Tibbs.
Shout out to, you know what? It's cool when you like, I got here and I already played for Tibbs, so I kind of already knew
already
what it
know him,
was.
for
Yeah,
sure.
so I wasn't tripping about none of that. So everyone talk about the minutes, and I'm like not even
You just gotta
tripping.
get right for him.
You exactly. You know.
I was on the elevator with him.
He told me he
That
was
look-
like, man, he look.
That
saw your
elevator
man's on
ride.
there. I
is
saw
a
your
little
brother on
louder,
there,
bro. I'm like, why you yelling at me? I'm right here. That voice, bro. That shit travels. Shout out Tibbs, man. I want to take all the way back, bro.
Yeah.
Cause when I think of you, I think of how far you come. You know what I mean? I think of where we first met, where we first collabed. And when I think about it is how serious your high school team was. We talk about it and we laugh about it. But how serious your high school team was, to the irony of they retired your jersey not too long ago.
They did.
We pulled up, right? To coming all the way back around. I'm on a team full of Montverde guys.
And then now my dad's the coach.
At the school?
At the school.
I actually did hear that watching the
Yeah. Like, it's the irony's crazy. But I take it back to St. Joe's when we played y'all at Keene. And how I remember us going into the game, right? Because we're going to play the clips and we're going to talk about it a little bit just so people have a visual. But I remember y'all team y'all didn't lose in like 3 years or something like that.
We barely, I think we.
Or y'all record over the last
like
3 years
like
was
the last 3 years was
crazy.
like, we only lost maybe like 3 games.
Right.
And it was like, each year maybe 1 or 2.
Right. So when we were going into the game, our coach, Boyle, he know y'all. He knew the history. He's just like, this team is nothing to play with. Like, y'all can't play around with this team.
And we cherry pick like hell.
Y'all just knew how to put up points. Bro. Everybody had 20 at the end of the game. And they had us, and we found a way to sneak up out of there. And I always mess with them about that. But that's when I remember seeing you. I'm on the floor with you, Ben Simmons, and I'm just like, bro, these dudes could be pros right now. Like, if you can leave from this one, you could leave out of high school. There was no OT, there was no setup. If these dudes could leave right now, they would be in the league, dominating, bro. Like, if Ben could leave out of high school, if he could leave out of high school, like, like him and Dirk, he would have got some Dirk, like, versus obviously KG, but you would have got all those dudes. You know what I mean? Younger Timmy, younger, I don't know.
Isn't it crazy though how the high school game has changed? Like, now you got overtime elite, you got the G League route, that G League route.
I like that.
It wasn't even the G League for us.
D League. Right?
So you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's so weird now because like now you got like NIL's a thing now. You could have got paid. How many people come up to us now? Imagine how much we could have got paid if we was in this.
Imagine that.
I couldn't think of those routes. We were so locked in on like, yo, you go to college, you pick your college.
Pick the right college.
You rep your college.
Because right
when we got out, it became the thing about like, it don't even matter about going to the top colleges anymore. It's just going to the college that will let you rock.
Yep. I swear I was scared of going to the wrong college. Like, I had a fear going through the process of like, I want to go with where my boys are going because there's more like,
familiarity, comfort.
There's just more like eyes on us to be playing the way we play. And we know how we gonna play.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you like, I can't go where the homies go because that might not be the right situation for me. Like, I wanted to go to Kentucky so bad because the homies is going there. I ain't even thinking about where I'm gonna play. And then I start thinking about, dang, he coming back.
Andrew,
both the
Harrison's
twins
coming
are
back. Tyler Eulis is there. Book is there.
And I gotta give them too credit, bro. The Harrison twins, bro. Because when I tell you they were like a trailblazer to when I was first on the scene and I seen these dudes, they 6'5", they twins, they both strong, they both got this, they both, like, one can shoot better, but they both are elite. And I'm like, I gotta be like that to go. And I'm watching them the whole time, bro.
Like AAU circuits and stuff?
AAU circuits, they cooked. I remember I said something about the best mixtapes. Them two dudes' mixtapes were crazy, bro. And we're gonna bring those up too. Like,
who's the best high school
twin,
player you think you've ever seen?
The best high school player, right?
Personally, you have to have seen him with your own eyes.
Best high school player, bro. Dude, I saw you in high school. You were the #1 pick. I saw Ben in high school. He was the #1 pick. I saw Joel in high school. He's the #2. Like, all y'all were special, and I knew y'all were special. So you picked your poison, guy.
When I was coming up, I was thinking more about like, we played Montverde. I'm like, yo. So I was lucky. I had some experience playing like Kobe and the Dominican team, but I'm looking at D'Lo and I'm like, man, this man's a wizard when it comes to pick and roll. Like any P&R, pick and pop, like he just know exactly what to do. You couldn't even you could be completely correct. D'Lo had an answer. It was like, so it was kind of like, I was like, man, and I got to go against him. And I'm thinking already because I already had played the Dream Team and I'm playing Kobe and them and I'm seeing all of us. So I have an idea of what you're telling me the top of the top of the top of the NBA looks like. So I'm looking at D'Lo in the game and I'm like, yo, he's going to the league and he's going to be like one of the best in the league.
Crazy.
And like, I'm looking and I'm like, bro, I got to go against this man for the next Because I always kept telling you I want to play for 20 years. I'm like, man, I gotta go against this man for 20 years,
I
bro.
remember, bro.
20 years, I gotta find an answer to this man on anything pick and pop, pick and roll. And I just played him, so I'm like, yo, he gonna get like 70 of them a night.
Bro, the dude said to me last game, he said, this is how I know he watching basketball.
You
know what I'm about to say? He said to me, he said, you ain't hit that step back. I done seen that step back for way too many. I'm like, bro, I was about to step back.
I saw it too. I kept, every time D-Lo was going, he went right. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go right next to him because I'd rather he try. When I even told you on the game, I was like, you had a layup.
Right.
I
could have win, bro. I could have win.
I'm not gonna give you a 3 though.
The step back's crazy. You said it, but that's what I mean. Like you watch in the league is like dog years again.
Yeah.
You see all these dudes develop.
Yeah.
Like minds develop. But in high school, we were just raw talent, bro. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing him and I'm like, bro, I gotta go against 70 pick and rolls with him with the ball handler. Like, there's no.
I never thought I was that good and like that level. I knew I was good.
You were cerebral though. That's when you knew you were that good because you didn't know you were that good and we knew you were that good.
But people could never like explain like what I did. They would just say, you got a feel for the game you can't really teach. And I'm like,
yeah, you can't.
I don't know what that means. I just like they don't say.
But now you older and you're like, now I understand what they were
course.
trying to tell me. They were trying to say like, there's certain things you can't.
Or you can't reciprocate.
You can watch all the tape in the world, but when it comes to executing it in real time with real decision making, it's just some people just don't got it. It just doesn't work.
That makes sense. I guess I can't skip over the fact too. I got to give a shout out to Trey Lyles because I remember watching him in Indiana.
Yes.
In high school.
And this is before
Trey Lyles.
This is before the shin.
Yeah. This was before he was committed to UK.
Yeah.
So like I remember one time he was committed to IU and it was just like Arsenal Tech. I remember they were in like the semi-state in Indiana, which is like 4 teams left, and he subbed out of the game. I think his dad was a coach, and they were up like 25 or 30, and then they subbed him back in when they brought it within like 12, and he just single-handedly brought him all back. Didn't even break a sweat. Went back, sat back down. I was like, he's the best player in the
Damn,
world.
we bringing up our class. Shout out to Cliff Alexander.
Shout out Cliff. James Blackman. Shout out James. I told this one story before. James kicked my ass, bro. Like I remember he kicked our team's ass. We're playing the team, mind you. I don't know who none of these dudes are, but they all top 20 in the country right now, and I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
I just remember us playing their team. James, 4 threes
He was nasty,
from the
bro.
start. He hit 4 threes in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Coach called timeout. Boom. Which one of y'all gonna guard him? Which one? Nobody gonna guard him? I'm like, I got to do with the headband, bro. I'm done, bro. I got to do with the headband. Mind you, he don't got no headband. He got a birthmark right here. But I'm thinking he got a headband. That's all I remember from that day on, bro.
That birthmark let you know he
traumatized,
business, bro.
Shout out James Blackman.
Shoot the lights out of the ball. But one thing you were talking about, Kat, is it kind of is all epitome is you were talking about how you were on the Dominican team and you kind of got to see that at like an early age. Like one, what does that do to someone in like the development of your career? And then I have another question after that, but I want to start that.
I think for me it's just, you know, he kept saying like I was #1 player in the country at my class, right? But when you've been at the top for so long, you don't feel there's no one who could compete against you. So now you're seeing like the people
pros
who are not only could compete with you, but they better than you and they're pros and they were the best. Love. So you know, I'm seeing all these people and I'm like, oh, there is better than what I thought out there.
Right.
And you know, and when you seeing these people like Kobe and Bron, and this is like Cleveland Bron, before Miami Bron. And then I'm like looking and I'm like, you know, you hear the stories about these people, you read the books, you at the scholastic book fairs and stuff, reading these books and learning about these guys.
See him in there.
On God, right?
And
you be hearing, they be like, man, they talk about this man levitating and running. I'm like, there ain't no way. I ain't never seen a man levitate.
I gotta start practicing levitating.
Yeah, like on that. So you watching and you seeing it, and I'm getting to see this firsthand, and I'm hearing them talk on the court, and I'm just seeing the way they prepare and they perform, and I'm like, oh, so there is a difference.
Levels. Sometimes
There's a difference. There's a difference. Like, and you know, this is back before there was Apple Vision Pros and Oculuses and VR and all this stuff. Like, if you didn't see it in person, you were gonna be told the story.
Exposure is expansion, guys. Once again.
So I was just there and I'm looking at him and I was fortunate to be even on the court, so I'm hearing them on the court talk, and the way they just dissecting the game and just, you know, it just looks so easy to them. And I was working so hard and I was like, bro, I'm working 10 times harder than them, and they're getting better results than me doing less than half of the work.
Yeah.
And they're just different. It just comes with experience, and it's something now that we both understand. And it's like
10 years in.
Yeah, right? Decade, bro. That's great.
Happy 10. You did.
Yeah,
Shout out to
third.
all my dudes out there still in the league.
Yeah, third.
Happy 10. You hear me?
But
What was the second part?
Yeah, the second part is I just heard that Cal actually coached you with the Dominican.
Yeah.
team. Is that one of the reasons why you chose UK?
Nah, I actually just
Shout out the world.
You know what's crazy? I actually picked UK, and I said this before. My mom felt comfortable there, and you know
went
how
to
I
visit
was
with
with my
you?
mom. Yeah, you know how she was.
Shout out,
So
Jack.
she told me, she felt very comfortable with me there, and it was kind of like done. That's why you see when I committed, she was so excited because that was where she wanted me to go. My dad was cool with whatever because it was like he knew it came down to schools that he was gonna be happy regardless.
Of course.
And I was just kind of thinking like you, like my process was more just like I just wanted to win because I grew up here and I seen Quincy Doobie and Rutgers and stuff, and all was always told about was if you win a championship, everyone's good. So I was kind of like, where can I win a championship? Where can I win a championship and fit in? And I was just like, I feel like I got the best chance at these like Duke, UK, Michigan State. Believed a ton in Tom Izzo.
You could have left though. You could have never went to college though. I think it helped your development for sure. But I think you were one of those few guys. Always just like the top 2-3 picks.
Yeah.
Not myself. Not myself,
Yeah.
bro.
You
but I
was
feel
fucking-
but I just feel like
Oh,
you
and
were a
shout out to
talent.
you.
What's up? What shout out
National
to you?
champions. I just thought about that.
Ohio State?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. Shout out to OH, man. Y'all
I
know
just
what it
thought
is,
about
man.
that.
Come on, bro. I couldn't even find nobody to bet against, man. That's how crazy it is. We supposed to win. I
When
feel
you
like,
guys
man.
beat Oregon, I feel that was like
I thought that was a good sign for sure.
Nah, but
Yeah,
yeah.
smack Texas.
Also, I want to touch on this. I remember being a young player, right? That when you say, what does he do? What's comparing him to a pro as a basketball player, and you want to be a pro out there, and being naive to how good you are, being naive to how good you can be. I was that, and it allowed me to see guys and take something from them and put it in my own bag.
You had no
Right
ego
away.
in it. You know what I'm
There's
trying
no
to say? There was
ego.
no ego. It was just straight hoop.
Sponge,
Just
though.
hoop.
Straight sponge,
Yeah.
though. And I remember getting to the league, and I would always be like, it wasn't when I first got to the league. It was probably like 3 years in, 4 years in, probably all-star vibes. I was just like, every player that's killing right now does something that is like a niche. That's like, they do that.
Yeah.
And I was always curious on Steph. I was always curious on Draymond. I was always curious on Clay. Like, all these dudes that were winning, playing at the highest level consistently. And Chris Paul as well. Like, I always wondered, like, what it was that Chris Paul did. And it was just his knowledge for the game. His knowledge.
He's a
He
Hall
used
of Fame feel.
Bro, but
Hall
he
of
used
Fame feel
to
of the game.
bully me with no words. He used to bully me with no physical. You know what I'm saying? And that's to this day. Shout out CP, bro. There's no
sure.
no beef, but it's like you used to bully me, bro, as a amateur in the league, to where now you just lost a step or two. And I'm where I'm at. I can't wait to return the favor. It's competitive. It's not personal.
Nah.
But he really put that battery in my back to where I gotta find a way to find a niche mentally, because physically I ain't the fastest, I ain't the strongest, I ain't none of that. Basketball talent, I can do it all. But I gotta find a way mentally to do it.
He had that
Chris
same
Paul.
bullshit where he used to be with you, when you was guarding him once, and he would talk about, yeah, set the screen right here, and
Nobody's
was
there.
So he
But that's
used to do that
that's
dumb
him
shit
to
all
a
the
T.
time.
That's like we'll be working out and we'll be the only two in the gym, and he'll be like one of those. And you're like, who the hell is
yeah,
this
yeah,
shit?
you be like, who the hell is
And
that?
he's just right back and shooting.
Bro, because
free
CP
throw.
used to do that. Like it would be a ball screen or something, and as the ball screen's coming up, he's calling out the defensive coverage. He'll be like, switch. As a defender, you like, switch. You said switch, and it's like, nah, he said it. And it's like, he
That's
done
all
already
he
threw
used
the
to do,
lob.
bro.
You know what I mean? So it's just finding your way, and he let me in on it. And now you see Brunson. Brunson's a modern day Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He got way more game, no offense, but he like is a modern day Chris Paul, bro. The way he manipulates the game as a lefty. I was just talking to them about it. Like, I really learn a lot from dude. Because
Shout out
he's
to
a
old school
lefty.
CP too, because old school CP has some athleticism dunking on Dwight and shit. I ain't gonna ever see JB do that shit.
New Orleans. I seen him try to get a little rim grazer last game. A few games ago,
Brook-
JB.
Oh, that
Remember
shit ain't
him?
doing nothing, man.
Shout out to the unathleticism. Shout out to us out there.
Shout out to
man.
us out there.
It used to be just me and Ricky Rubio in the league. Now it's
Oh my God.
got a few
Shout
more
out to
guys
Ricky,
out there.
man. Ricky's doing well, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ricky, man.
Shout out
The
Rick.
only clip and pickup that I've ever missed was Brunson. He got someone called a foul. He was on a breakaway and he did a windmill and he dunked it. And it was.
And he
you know,
got
the
out
fact
at Summit?
that I'd stopped filming. Yeah.
At Summit?
That Sky. He's like, you get that? I
So
was like,
Brunson, you
no.
out here
Where?
windmilling, huh?
And he played probably like 2 summers ago.
2 summers ago,
It was a good windmill. Yeah.
That rim must have been low.
He the one like bet after
I
windmill.
stopped
You want to
filming.
bet? Take everybody's bet
And
and
then
then go windmill. And get
Right
everybody
away, he
money.
turned around. He's like, you get that? I was like, nah.
And where was this
You were
at?
both hurt,
It
bro.
was that pickup.
And where? Here?
It was a Sky.
Sky? Okay.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna mention that shit to him tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you better windmill that shit now. In this
Them
game.
open runs is a different type of loose. You loose.
Oh,
in
yeah,
them
no,
open
no,
runs.
for sure.
You feel real loose in them open runs.
When you committed to UK, you were saying like you wanted to go somewhere to like win and all that. Were you just going? Did you commit early enough to where like you were one of the first ones to go of your guys' class?
Yeah.
So you kind of started.
Yeah,
that.
I did.
He
it
was
early.
committed
Yeah, I committed
early.
early. Because even when we was going to NBA 100 camp in Virginia, and I showed up late,
I do remember that.
I was on some like,
That was
I'm
my
already
first time
there. And Book,
seeing
I was
you.
like, Book, come on, man. Like Trey, let's go. Come on, let's do it. I was kind of recruiting.
Oh, that's so far ago, bro. I remember Book was playing Andre Iguodala like 1-on-1, and they did like a small dunk contest. I'm just like, bro, these dudes are freaks at this NBA 100 camp. It's everybody from everywhere. You get to see everybody.
Yeah.
And once again, little D-Lo.
You gotta wait to
feel
be in
for
the
the
gym.
game.
You feel for the game.
I'm like, bro,
That's
what
all
does
you
that
can say because it's
mean,
like
bro?
all of us was just so like raw talented, and then he was talented, but it was like he was playing like an adult. And we were kind of playing like kids, and
Okay,
I
that makes
got a
sense.
jump start just because of the Dominican team. So I understood like pick and roll coverages, pick and pop coverages. I understood like this is how it's gonna work. This is how the NBA is transitioning to a lot of that. And you know, when I went to high school and I'm talking to my coach, I'm talking to my teammates, and I'm trying to like elaborate what I've seen, and like I'm trying to tell you like we need to be ready for this. You know, you play in Jersey, super talent, as you know, tons of talent in Jersey, but no one's playing at that kind of level. We played Mount Verde. That was the first time that whole like Dominican
raise
experience,
out.
yeah, like where I was like, okay, all he's doing is pick and rolls, pick and pops. Everything's
That
doing
was
that
a
way.
high level game, bro, because I remember we used to play in transition, and everybody get active.
Yeah.
And dunk. And they were snowbird, like they was playing like
We cherry-picked hell.
cherry picking, leaking out.
Yeah.
They played fast, and we couldn't play in transition because they were athletic too.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I remember we really had to slow down and play half.
That's what happened in the fourth.
In that-
Y'all just slowed. We
you'll
ran out of
see.
gas, and they just slowed the game down, and
Play
we were
pick and
kind of
roll,
having to
me
play
and
half
Ben.
court
You'll
offense
see.
versus half court offense, and it became a struggle a little bit.
You would see, bro, and that was a high level game. I remember.
They said everyone for years was saying that's one of the best games they've seen in Jersey history.
Jersey.
But that was just it was packed in there.
High level.
Standing room was even occupied, and it was
Those
just.
games on YouTube, bro. We gonna pull them up.
I gotta watch
them for
that.
sure.
It was
Watch
a great
them.
game. But I just remember Marcus Towns and like Breen, which is so crazy
Wade Baldwin.
Breen Tyree ended up being the SEC leading scorer.
Bryn Tyree. I don't remember him.
And yeah, he was the shooting guard, and he used to when you used to shoot or someone was shot, we always. Marcus Townsend always used to be almost at half court already,
Leaking
asking
out.
for the ball, and we ain't even got the rebound yet. So I used to just
remember.
get in, just Kevin Love, and just turn around, just ready to throw the
Facts.
ball far.
You would see him sling hard passes and stuff, bro.
We never. What was the best player you seen in high school? Because
That
for
was
me,
tough stretch.
The Indiana
Straight
guy,
up.
he saw all those dudes.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Tyreek Evans, OJ Mayo.
Okay.
In high school? I don't know.
I never.
way too
I
young.
watched them play because they were playing at Rutgers and Brandon Jennings was playing Oak Hill and he used to came. So I would say Brandon Jennings, Tyreek, OJ Mayo.
Yeah.
I seen OJ Mayo at ABCD camp, and I seen.
Your dad was probably in the mix too, probably like.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
I
me
mean-
like at all that. He had me at all those like every year I went to ABCD camp.
didn't
I was
do-
seeing Romeo play.
You didn't do. Oh, who Romeo Langford?
Yeah,
No,
Romeo Miller.
Oh,
Like, yo, Romeo.
Wow.
I seen like Chris Walker play. When he
Florida.
went to Florida, yeah.
Skywalker. Mm-hmm. I remember.
I
them on
funny. I
AAU.
think I was there when like LeBron was playing in all those games and these games were happening. I was in the gym.
This young boy.
I was so caught up on the people who had the name at the moment. LeBron didn't have the name, and then
Type shit.
he got the name while he was at the camp. Things like that happen by word of mouth, and I'm young, so I'm not like
Way before social.
I'm not looking at a sheet and being like, oh my God, this player. I watched him play. He's special.
Yeah.
You go by the names you're hearing. The OJ
Whatever
Mayos,
else
the
is
Chris
telling.
Walkers, the
Dude, I remember
Little Romeo.
I just remember like not being a fan of all those. Like I didn't know anybody. I didn't like anybody like that. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't one year I liked Tracy McGrady. Next year I liked Steve Nash. Next year I liked Jason Kidd. Next year I liked Vincent Carter. Like it was just like I took something from them. I seen them do something and I was like, I like this.
And then when you got what you needed from them and you was like, all right, I'm good. Yeah.
I watched Iverson's crossover. I was like, all right, I got to get crossover. Okay. But I'm left-handed. Who left-handed that does it? All right, nobody. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I got to
You would have been like a Nick Van Exel.
Facts. He's just, I used to, if I didn't get Montverde's structure, I probably would have been more like him because he was super fancy, flashy.
Everything, yeah.
And it was a point in my career where I was playing like that. Every pass was behind the back. Every pass was no look.
Yeah.
And my coach was like, it's too risky. You got to like start finding simplicity because you can start the game like that, but you can't finish the game like that. And then there would be games where I would turn it over trying to get one of those passes through and I'd be like, damn, that pass was the reason we lost.
Yeah.
So I just start trying to find a little simpler action into that.
When I was growing up, it was all like, I wear 32, I wanted to be like Magic, so everything with me revolved around being like flashy passes. And then I got older, and I was playing for the DR team, and then I was like, oh, I want to pass more like Avita Sabonis.
Okay.
So, and then I was but everything they do is always like over the head like this, and I know it looks flashy to people, and for me, it just feels normal, because it's just easier to get it to where I needed to go.
I remember you would catch the ball and see where the double team was coming, and then you would like wait and just wait because there's nothing we could do. Even if we doubled, we can't deflect the pass. We can't.
Yeah.
You're palming the ball, putting it back here.
Yeah.
And we're coming to double you. All you got to do is this.
Yeah, and I'm looking around.
So he started in Minnesota, he was diming it. Here, we played him 2 days ago. He's like, cut. Everybody cut.
I'm getting mad, bro, because I'm like, I said, we got older. We see the game, bro. It's just like I'm trying to tell you, if we cut, I was going back to the bench. Yeah, watch.
It's so crazy being out there now
because we're old. Like, so we're like we more experienced. We're not even older. We're seasoned. I never use the word we're seasoned. And I'm just saying, like, I would go back to the bench when we was playing y'all, and I'm like, hey, listen, bro, whoever's on the wing, whatever you do is fine. You want to come get a handoff, cool. You want to cut, cool. I need whoever is in the corner to take one step and go back door. It will be open all day.
Yeah, you can't not.
I used to tell the wing guy, I said, wing guy, stay. If the guy is close to you and he's hugged up thinking there's going to be a handoff, the corner guy, backdoor cut. I will hit you every time on the backdoor cut.
To come off.
Because Claxton's with me, right? And Cam Johnson or whatever, let's just say, was on the wing. The backdoor, every time I kept watching the defender's eyes, and he's like watching me, thinking. So now it's like, if I go and they even start going to the basket left, he's looking at me. Guy in the corner has an easy backdoor cut. I'm gonna just feather it right there, and then whatever happens. You dunk it, you lay it up, or you become the person. I get a hockey assist from it. It's fine. But we gotta get some cuts, like. And then one time no one cut, and I'm looking at everyone like, yo, what's going on?
We out. All game, I'm like, don't foul.
And then I kept telling him, and then I told him one time I got the N1, I go, you did tell him not to foul. I ain't gonna lie to you. You told him.
Come on, bro.
I mean, hearing you talk about that, it's cool to see because, I mean, I hear how you said season, but wisdom, and just like being able to read those coverages and all that. And I'm sure, year 1, year 2 is a little bit different. But
you just play off of raw talent, and then as a young player that you given the excuse if you do something wrong that he's young. So you just be like free as a bird. You just out there just using raw athleticism and talent and just hoping shit works out. And now you're more seasoned, and now you know better. So you may not have even lost a step or anything. It's just more better. Like, you can't allow yourself to go to that standard, especially if you're like us and we've made it 10 years.
Facts.
Being all-stars and everything. So that's
all-star starter, right?
Yeah, congratulations, big dog.
Man, congratulations. Hey, I might have to surprise you one, though. No, congrats again,
my dog, bro. Appreciate you.
It's not even crazy.
You set the table for me. You was the all-star here.
Man, ain't nothing like being an all-star in New York. Ain't nothing like winning in New York. You on the big dog.
You tell him, boy.
You on the little brother team.
Hey,
So, like, you'll see, like, when you on the big brother team winning in New York, biggest barrel. Shout out Brooklyn. We here. Nah, I'm
10
just
years
playing,
though.
man.
So take me back though, because you guys did your guys' pre-draft together.
Heck yeah.
And we gotta talk to
McClain.
Book a little bit about this, and I've talked to D about this obviously. But one thing that I got from Book that stuck out to me is like Book had no idea that he was going to the Suns, and then D'Angelo.
Book didn't think he was going to the draft. Do you remember that?
What you mean?
You remember? Well, for me, I was in Kentucky when he was talking about. He was like, I ain't going.
Knew he was gone.
He said he wasn't going. He said he was about to be here in Kentucky. He was about to leave and stuff. I'll never forget that combo in that challenger, in that challenge, the black challenger.
That was before y'all went 31-0 was the best college season.
Yeah, I think we ended
team
up.
almost
So,
went.
I told him, I said, bro, this is such a good situation. Like, you're never gonna be in another team like this. You might as well just head out.
The whole team, bro. Y'all intramural team almost went because of how good y'all team was.
Bro, our deep bench ended up going to the NBA.
Yeah, that team was unreal. Still, I think the best college
Brian
team.
Dawkins, right? Is
Dominique
Hawkins
Hawkins
was Mr. Basketball
Derek Willis.
and didn't play at all.
Derek Willis
Derek Willis was on
ended
my
up going to
AAU team.
Pistons.
Derek Willis.
But yeah, walk me through that though, because the whole time I've always heard like D'Angelo saying like he didn't know he was going number 2 until he did. Book saying didn't know he was going to the Suns, so did. But every story that I've ever heard is like, we knew Cat was going number 1
for sure.
Like we knew Cat was.
They kept gassing me up. They're like, oh, we're over here fighting. Like, why is he doing his works with us with Don McClain? We know where he going.
For sure.
That's all they kept telling me.
He used to dominate the workouts. That's when I wasn't aware how good he could dribble, wasn't aware how good he could shoot, and he would dominate our.
I had so much
about it.
athleticism then too. I was just dunking everything.
Think about how good of a shooter Book is.
Yeah.
How good myself is, and he would dominate the shooting drills. Think about how I can dribble, how Book can dribble. He would dominate the ball handling drills.
Yeah.
So it was like he number 1 pick. Like some days Book would win the day, some days I'd win the day. He always won the day. You know what I mean? It was like we coming in second place on winning.
You remember when we played Chris Paul though?
Hell yeah.
We was cooking. We was
CP,
cooking.
PG.
Oh my god.
Was it Alfred Payton? They all pulled up.
Kiefer Sykes. Shout out Kiefer.
He was going at CP.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was when I was there, I knew how good we was. And you know what was cool too? We had such a good pre-draft group because we all was like, you know when they really say like iron sharpens iron?
Facts.
Like we was really like getting better every day. Cause just dudes came in there with like motivation every day. Cause like I go back again to that DR, like I knew there was people better than me out there. And I was kind of like, I kept just thinking about that regardless if they kept telling me I was number 1 and stuff. I was like, we all getting ready for the madness that comes with playing these guys. So I was super determined. He was super determined to prove himself.
When you think about it, I'm gonna break it down this way, right? There was Dakari Johnson was there too. We can't not mention forget him.
Yeah, for sure.
Willie Cauley-Stein was there. Can't forget him. And Kiefer Sykes, right? Dakari's a load, right? Somebody that's the opposite of him.
Yeah.
So he got to guard him, right? He got to sit in the paint and bang with Dakari, right? Willie Cauley-Stein's a fucking gazelle.
Yeah.
He's running. He can do that too, but that ain't his game.
And he's super athletic.
So you got athleticism, tree stump, God-given, all of that. You got Book, bigger shooting guard, scoring guard. Me, bigger point guard. Then you got Kiefer Sykes, smaller scoring guard, defending guard.
strong
Strong.
football body.
So now, I'm playing against him. Book playing against him. We got to dribble the ball against him, full court. He's a defensive maestro. And then you got him going at Cauley-Stein, and it was just everybody was getting a piece of weakness that they ain't used to. That's gonna get exposed today.
Yeah.
And that's how
we was
grow.
working. And we was working
bro.
because we used to be in there like, we had a great group because we had good people.
Sure.
But we was in there fighting.
Facts.
Fighting, especially him and Book.
going
Bro,
down, bro.
fighting. And I'm like, and it was good. And it was like respectable. It wasn't like any like, F you any. It was just like super good competition. And for the bigs, it was all like, we want to prove our worth too. And they've been telling me I'm number 1. So, Dakari and I'm hearing that. And they're like, yo, this is our chance.
But he been busting their ass at Kentucky all year, man, talking about they didn't know. They knew. They like, oh shit, here we go with this.
You know what? I was in a weird spot too because I had to make a decision. Like, you know, Ja was in the mix too, and you never know. And we're all in this business. We're all new to the business. Just because I played on the DR team and seen these people don't mean I knew the business. I just knew there was players out there, and I knew there was a different level. I just, you know, when you're hearing that, and then for him, I remember when he won number 2, that reaction was genuine.
I remember we was jumping in.
Yeah, we was jumping because we didn't know.
Because
We didn't know. And then I remember we used to do the Celtic runs. Because Book was going there for his three, and then we had to go and we was doing those 3-minute runs. Because he was like, he's going to Miami, he's going to here, so we got to do these runs with him.
To prepare for him.
So we would always help each other. So it wasn't like, yo, one of these days, you know, the Celtics is coming for Book, and all of us didn't show up, and Book was by himself. Like, we all showed up as if it was a regular day, but we knew, like, we're going to have to do this run for Book at the end. We're going to be with him running. Even if we didn't, like, keep up with him, it's like, you know, we all wanted to make sure we kept a pace. So we knew if he needed to get, like, let's just say 40, we were like, damn, we got to keep pace at 40 today for him, just so someone. So we always used to be like, Kiefer, go get it. Kiefer, go start running.
The runs used to be brutal because we would have, some days would be cardio on the beach. Cardio on the track.
Sand dunes in Malibu.
So it was just, cardio was a beast, bro. Oh,
damn.
The camaraderie from that, every time I hear people talk about it, just seems like, honestly, surreal. Like, that's...
Then we went to Venice Beach and played basketball.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, bro. We used to I wish we documented all that, bro.
You know, we was like 2 years off. We was like 2 years off from like the moment of like cameras being good enough to be just portable and just like do what you do.
And being like acceptable. Like I feel like in the NBA back then too, it wasn't
like if you had, back in the day, I felt like if we would have had like someone like you following us with the camera, they would have been like, oh, they think they're bigger than us. Like, so now it's like more of like, it's accepted. Like you should be doing that.
Because if you see somebody back then with the camera following them, you look at them and be like, who do they think they are?
Exactly.
They don't know TV show.
Exactly.
Who do you think you are?
Exactly.
Really? I got my own production. I got my own channel. I got my own YouTube. Like, I need this camera to be around.
But you know, it wasn't, but YouTube wasn't big. We didn't even have streaming.
Yeah.
You remember, there wasn't even a Twitch.
Bro, you don't never be on Discord no more.
You know what? Ever since I got here, I ain't have my setup.
Gaming.
And I just been like, you know, every day's been a new like adventure. I've been just trying to figure it out.
Discord faithfully. I don't never see your online badge.
I haven't been on. I was just telling my girl about that the other day. I was like, yo,
you on COD?
Nah, I don't even be playing video games low key. I've like fallen
Shout
into this.
My gamers, man.
For sure. I've been falling into this little trap of like, I just been really just locked in on watching like movies and shows and shit, honestly.
What you watching for the people out there?
Put me on game, man.
Jordan wanted to watch Game of Thrones. I've been telling you. Like,
so
I rewatched it.
Yeah,
that's my second time. And then I've been watching Severance, like a lot of movies.
Season 2 came out, Severance?
Yup.
Are you on a Silo?
No, but people have been telling me about that. That was on the list.
Crazy,
I watched The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. I've been just like randomly just watching every day. I come home, put my little Therabodies and Normatec on, and I just be sitting there and I'm just watching shows and watching TV all day.
Bro, you gotta watch what's the Zoe Saldana?
The one with the Don't Blink Twice or Blink Twice or something?
No, Zoe, she just did it. I was watching it heavy. It's about the CIA and shit. Oh, what I was telling y'all. I was just telling y'all about that one.
I
don't even know.
Huh?
Not Rebel Ridge.
No, not Rebel Ridge. I seen Rebel Ridge though.
You seen the
That
Penguin?
movie was good on Netflix. I ain't gonna lie, I actually liked it.
You seen the Penguin? Bro, the Penguin was crazy.
I started House of Dragon.
Yeah.
You see, I'm just everywhere. Like I kind of go by the
same
vibe.
way. I watched House of Dragon, and then I literally just started getting.
I'm trying to get Jordan to watch the old school 30 for 30 winning time. I was like, you got to learn a little bit about the Knicks history with the Pacers and Knicks. You remember back in the day when we was watching ESPN, yeah.
Bro, hold on, I gotta find this show, bro.
Silo, I heard nothing but great things about.
Bro, the second season, the first couple episodes, I was talking to Tone about it, his brother.
Lioness. Y'all tripping, bro.
Tone told me about that. But yeah, the first couple of episodes of season 2 was kind of like started slow, but it just built the story because the end of season 2.
That's Game of Thrones. Nuts. Everything Game of Thrones is a slow burn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Game of Thrones I think it's the best.
Yeah. I've never seen Breaking Bad.
That's really good.
I stopped watching it. It got repetitive, bro.
So good.
Nah, it's really good.
I want to watch the Penguin. I'm gonna put that on my list. Lioness. I want to watch the Penguin. But see, that's the thing though. I'm not playing video games and shit. So like,
got time?
I could get the Penguin done in like 3 days.
You Blu-raying on the plane?
No.
Who boo on y'all team? Y'all booing?
JB and yeah. But we don't even have boo. We don't even be booing anymore.
What?
We started booing. People started losing money. They said, nah.
Y'all all got money. I don't understand.
And you know, I'm the new guy too. So like, you know what? I've been used to on Minnesota. You know, I pick my seat. You know, I'm
you
always
gotta
at the
come in,
table.
figure out a
Yeah,
seat.
you know what I'm trying to say? So
That's
I'm in
the
the back.
worst,
I'm
bro.
all the way. I'm right next to the door.
That's the worst.
So
bro.
I'm like, all right, you know, it's cool.
adjusting, right?
Yeah, you know, because you know, for 9 years, you know, you just walk on the plane. You know, your seat's always gonna be the same seat.
On the bus, on the plane.
Yeah, you know, you get to command. And now, you know, you're the new guy on the team. So I came over and I was like,
But you didn't
oh,
get.
they only got one seat in the back available. That's me. I'm next to the bathroom and.
Did you
the
get
door.
traded mid-season?
I got traded. I got traded the day, like 2 days before media day.
Oh, okay. So you still had to move and adjust, find a house.
Yeah.
all
Well,
that.
you know, it's crazy. I didn't even have time because media day was Monday. I got traded Friday night during a Miami Virginia Tech college football game, and they needed.
How'd
me.
you find out?
Tim?
I think you told me they didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Or
they
they-
didn't tell
yeah,
me.
he
No.
was-
They came to my house with like 2 minutes before Shams.
You did say that. You did
Yeah,
say
posted it. I said that on the JB podcast. I was
Yeah.
just like, this is real shit. This is what happened. It was
Yeah.
like 2 minutes before. I could tell they was in a rush to tell me something. They told me, and like literally while I'm sitting there still stunned, Shams was calling.
I
The
think I
homie
called
was
you.
like, Shams was calling like, yo, shit is up.
Was you, be honest, was you like, I'm ready to go? Or were you like, I'm cool,
You know what's
I
cool?
can make
You
this
know
shit
what's
work?
on some real shit? I was so ready for the season. Like, you know, we just spent a whole summer mentally, physically getting ready for this moment. So I walked in there in a great headspace. I had just went to a Lynx game with all of them, and we were talking about the drills and things me and Ant need to start doing so we could maximize each other's potential in
Sure.
offensive games and stuff.
So you were ready for the
So I was
day.
mentally ready for Monday. I was ready for Sunday because usually Sunday, for people who don't know, Sunday, you know, everyone on the team gets together. They have like a team dinner.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, you get everyone together. You're like, yo, welcome back. This is our team. We're all going to be together. Woo, woo, woo. And then Monday you have the media day. Everyone leaves. And then Tuesday's the real deal. I was ready. I was mentally there. I was playing golf already in Minnesota, like 2 days. Best time in Minnesota. It's hot.
sure.
You out there chilling. I'm at TPC Twin Cities chilling.
Sure.
I was in a good spot, and then all of a sudden I'm looking, and then they, you know, Friday night come. I worked out Friday in front of everybody, Tim included, and everyone. Everyone's smiling. They like where my body's at. They like where my game's at, where my mind's at. Everything's cool. I don't know what happened in those 5 hours up to the time you told me, but
No
some
offense.
shit went down.
No offense, because I'm in it right now. But like when I watch their team, I'm like, you know who they need? Cat. And then I'm like, yo, they need me. Like honestly, I'm like, they need what they got rid of. That GM, that ain't my job, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like we could make their team better right now. We could make their job easier
I think
right
we
now.
make any team better.
That's a fact. But it's
But
like,
that's the talent that comes with being us. I think we make any team better. I know, you know, this,
a fact.
and like you said, that's not our job. Our job is just to be the best we could be. And we
it's
walk in and
crazy.
you give us an opportunity, you know, we maximize.
but it's crazy how the other team sees it more than the team you with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's just
you
like,
play. Hold on, you play
what you
against
mean by that?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Hold on, you play against Minnesota. They like, he's on the scout report. Deny him. Trap him.
yeah,
You
yeah.
got to guard him this way. Don't foul him. When he gets to the rim, you can't.
Yeah.
They got all this stuff
They
about
got
how
all the
dangerous you
insight.
are.
They got all the insight.
But then when you on their team, they ain't treating you that damn dangerous.
I think
I get what you're saying.
I think
From
what
the
he's
outside
saying-
looking in, it's like what they have. They do all these things, but then there's like they don't do this quite the right. They don't do this quite right. It's easier to look at it when you're playing against
Do
them.
you
'cause
think?
have
Do
to stop certain?
you think we've been taken for granted?
Nah, hell, you, bro. What? Nigga,
These
you-
last couple
not
years?
you. Not you. Me, goddamn it, look.
Do you think so?
Not you. Hell no. Me, listen, bro. I'm in a different room. I'm honest with myself before the media is.
Yeah.
So I don't need no validation. I just know that I'm dangerous, and everything else says I'm not. Everything else says, oh, he can't perform. Oh, this, that. But when I play against y'all goddamn trapping me.
Yeah.
Y'all goddamn putting y'all best
Nah,
defender on me.
Not this man
Y'all
telling me
goddamn
like,
denying
hey,
me.
let's talk. We're gonna talk about the last game we just played against each other. This is a perfect time to be filming this. This man goes to me and goes, "So y'all gonna trap me?" And I go, and I was so honest with him. I
He
said,
said, "No."
"No."
You know what I'm saying? But
said,
it's like
"No."
I'm saying that from the most.
It's
humble
just
place
that
possible.
I just make I was making decisions on behalf of our team for us because I know him so well,
Facts.
and I had seen the tape and I had read the stats, and I knew
Played
what
with
I
him for
was
3 years.
thinking. You know, sometimes stats lie, and they can lie big time. Like
Yeah,
I know
stats.
who he is. You know how you just said that about people say this, that, and that, but I know I'm deadly. Shit, I know you deadly, so I know exactly what he wants to do. I've seen the tape. I've seen the analytics. I
And
know what he
mean
wants
it
to
from
do.
the most humble place possible, but I always hear coaches giving me flowers from the other team, and I'm just like, dang. I appreciate like y'all. I don't
Because the
need
people
that,
who
but
really
I
know ball
appreciate that.
know what you do. You know what I'm trying to
Facts.
say? So people who are just writing articles and trying to get clicks for their respective workplace, you know.
I just knew. I knew when we played, I told kids. I said, "Hey, listen, bro. We playing on TNT. D'Lo about to see me on the other side. I expect nothing less than 20. So I'm just letting you know this
It's
right
just
now.
fun, bro. I felt like a bird. With
You was out there
fucking-
just hooping.
just a bird without a fucking leash on or
I was
in a cage,
I was
bro.
I was sick though. I'm gonna tell you the play. This is again watching ball. I was sick. I got on the bench right away and I said, "Kel, what the fuck we doing here, bro?" We got late in the game. It was a
I hit the 3.
four. I think it was a 4-point game. 90.
Yeah.
It was some. And this man goes under on him. I said, "Oh no!" And then he went and just rejected it, took it right back to the right. I was like, "Bro, the one place we don't want him to go is do a step back right." This man just took the ball, snatched
D'Lo
back. I said,
classic.
"Oh, this shit's
remember that.
up and good." I already know
That's a
it.
D-Lo classic.
And he was shout out Kel, but he was fouling the shit out of me. They wasn't calling it, bro. Like I was trying to get the foul on the 3.
Yeah.
He hit my leg one time, held my arm.
Was it the one that you was in the middle and you did like this, and you said, "Fuck it, if you're gonna keep doing that, I'm gonna just wait one more time and I'm gonna get
I
one
shot
time going
it.
this way."
Yup.
And you went and shot that shit,
Bro, and he took my
And it
leg
was
out.
because then the ball hit the rim, hit the right side of the rim, went right, and shot at the Claxton because he had the rebound. He had me on the positioning, but the ball bounced
Barely
so hard
tipped,
right
yeah.
that it went to JB, who was in the right corner.
No, I remember. I was just
So mad. I was like, bro, this man went under. And I knew, I'm looking at D'Lo, I'm like, he's looking to shoot the shit out this ball. I was up there already like this. Like
No, facts.
if D'Lo would have threw the ball on like a little lollipop over
To
the top
anybody.
to Claxton, he would have been so open. But I was like, I'd rather make
Not
sure
giving
D'Lo
up
don't
his
get a
shot.
3
I'm here.
and trust my teammates, to everyone to come over and fix the problem. This man went under. He just snatched that shit back, shit.
that's why I got that's why I enjoy this platform because I am a guy that grew up in a household where if you can't dish it, don't dish it. And my dad was always on us, you know what I mean? So, and it made the environment like you had to survive.
You're saying like if you can't take it, like don't dish it
Yeah,
out.
that's why I enjoy talking to that's why I enjoy talking like I'm talking now because I can dish it. I can take whatever
true. That's true
whirlwind of media is about to come my way. I've had it the worst. So I want to talk and I want y'all to respond and I want y'all to hear what I'm saying right now and go crazy because we'll come back and we'll revisit it and we can talk about it.
Yeah, that makes
Right.
sense.
I mean, look at it. What you just said earlier about, you said James Blackman was busting your ass. Like,
Nobody gonna say that.
no one's
right?
gonna say that. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna say like no one's gonna say it, but you got humility and you.
I
got,
seen
and you got,
Spencer say that, right? He just did a clip, and he was like, D'Lo my homie, so he not gonna mind if I say this. And he said something like, when I was in Brooklyn, our practice, I used to go at these dudes, and he used to dominate. But it was like, I'm the number 2 pick. I'm this young dude that's coming from LA. We just traded these picks. No matter what y'all do to him, he got to be on the floor. Me, I was naive to that. I'm just like, I want to earn everything I get. I guess in LA they gave it to me and people noticed that. Wherever I go in Brooklyn, I want to earn it. And he was going at us. We was going at him. And it was like, obviously, you could start and whatever. He don't realize I started the games, but he finished the games. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
I almost would rather be in that position, brother. And he almost was like, I want to be in your position.
Because you was the show, but he was really the one winning it.
Winning the game, bro. I see behind closed doors, you really getting us home, bro. So like, credit to Spence. I seen him do some stuff that like, I got so much respect for him.
Spencer's nice, bro.
Bro, he's underappreciated.
nice.
Shout out Spence, a dog. But like,
nice.
I remember him being in that moment and he was like, give me the ball right here. So then when I got in those moments, I was like, give me the ball right here. That's where I want it. And like you said, I remember Ed Davis saying, bro, what you think he telling the coaches in the front office? You saying you should be finishing the game, rah, rah, rah. He telling them I should be starting, rah, rah, rah.
Shout out Ed.
Shout out, yeah. But yeah, bro, it's
I mean, that kind of goes back to the
Yeah,
same
we
thing.
talk about the Nets. Shout out to Theo Pinson and shout out to Rondé Hollis Jefferson, man. I just seen him in the World Cup.
Jordan hooping.
Hooping! That man walking around like he Kobe Bryant. I was like, damn.
Shout out my dog Chat.
But what you guys just said kind of goes back to how you guys were talking about, like, in your guys' pre-draft. It was just like y'all were competing and doing everything like this.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like it was all love, all bros.
Yeah,
Like, y'all
nah,
still
for
locked
sure.
in to this day. So like
We was at that
as
Homewood
competitors,
Suites living it up.
Homewood. He the only one
competition.
there, refrigerator stocked up. Our shit, BW3's got it.
Oh.
You go ahead, he got fruit, Pop Tart, his shit
He's a pro.
stocked. Good
He's a
care
pro.
packages,
I was-
future number one.
we had that Trader Joe's right there. I was just running over to Trader Joe's.
You got a chef out here, bro?
No.
This guy, bro.
That's
Chucky
cat.
cooking for you, bro.
Nah, I haven't had a chef for 2 years.
Yeah, I already know
Honestly,
how you
I've been
moving.
on that
Keto, good pesto.
Yeah, but I,
Good chicken.
good
I've been on
pesto.
that. I've been on that wifey status. She just be cooking when she comes.
Jordan
you
be
know?
throwing down?
Oh yeah.
Shout out, sis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, bro, this has been a great.
I got
great.
I got
Go
something.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You've been talking about how like you start watching basketball again,
Mm-hmm.
and like you like really are like studying and dissecting. It's like that could be
No,
just,
it's
like,
bad now. Like I'm actually like at the restaurants putting the phone up on the glass.
League
Okay,
passing it.
Oh yeah.
Which is
Oh,
crazy.
oh,
Bro,
yeah.
It's so crazy you saying that because that brings back so many things.
Yo, because you were there, you saw it. I would be like, nah. Y'all be in the movie theater in Minnesota. I'd be like, hell nah.
I'll get back to what I was about to say, but I remember
Snowflakes.
I remember when we were going to facts. We got traded to
Cancun.
Minnesota.
Right.
Or D got traded to Minnesota. We like went to the crib and we hung out that entire night. And I remember the next day, we were all gonna get dinner, and D was like, "Yo, where's like a place with a TV?" And you were like, "I don't know. Like, why do you want a TV?" And I remember D saying like, "I'm trying to like watch the game."
And then we
like,
ended up going to
the
Cove.
Blazers- It was like it's like the Blazers playing somebody. D's like, "I'm trying to watch them." Blah blah. And then like we ended up going to Cove and watching it, and it was just like it was crazy to
I
me
remember
because it's
that.
like that's like
Bro, I even
always.
got a TV for you right here. I'm like, bro.
And Lo was really trying to get me into watching like basketball. And I'm talking about watching basketball, like not just like, oh, we play this team tomorrow, maybe I'll watch like 2 minutes and then call it a day. It's not like watching basketball. It's kind of just when you've had so many years, especially like us, you could watch like 5 minutes of a game and understand exactly how this script is playing out.
Sure, for sure.
But like I'm like locked in. Like I'll be like watching it, like looking at them like, oh
I
man,
love
they
that,
running a
bro.
1-4 set, they running a spread set, they're gonna try to get to here. They want to run this UCLA cut because they want to go at this player. They're bringing up this person
Listen
instead of
to
bringing
them,
the 5.
bro.
Like they want to do all this
I mean,
stuff.
that's over my head. I don't even know what you're saying.
Exactly.
But is that because you have got to see basketball played at the level of like the Western Conference Finals?
Yeah.
Do you think that has like to do with it? Or just like, I see what it takes. I see what it takes now.
Yeah, I mean it's that, but it's truly like I'm in a truly new position. I'm reinvigorated. Like I'm not seeing the same people again. You know, I don't see the Ja Morants or
not as familiar.
Yeah, it's not familiar. You know, I'm not seeing Ja Morants. I'm not seeing LeBron all the time. I'm not seeing the Clippers. I'm not seeing the Rockets. You know, those are one-offs. You know, now we're talking about I'm seeing the Bucks much more times. Like when we used to play the Bucks, we used to be like, damn, we're gonna go play the Bucks. Like that's a special game.
We had to load up for Giannis.
Yeah.
One
Like you really
time.
thinking about it, you be like, man, I haven't seen
Our
him all
defense was
year.
different, nigga. We like this in transition trying. He's not getting through there, all right?
Fucking look like Game of Thrones. Like you just holding the line. You like hold the line.
gosh.
So
Nah, facts.
I just something different. It's new, you know. And I feel more like a rook because I may have familiarity with these people in the East, but I'm not really familiar with their game like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
I can honestly say, for all the fans out there watching, it's not cool. It's not cool. What he's saying is not cool. It's not cool that he is dominating our NBA game and just start watching basketball. I'm not saying that's cool, but what I'm saying is the fact that you went from dominating in Minnesota, not watching basketball, to coming to New York, dominating and start watching basketball. Now you a starter in the All-Star. Now all this stuff is happening because of the work you putting in, bro. And credit to you.
I
Credit to you,
appreciate
bro. Because you
Hey,
got
shout
all
out
the
to Huddle,
millions.
bro. Shout out to Huddle.
Shout out crazy.
But you got all the millions, bro, and don't have to do that. And for you to keep wanting to, at year 10, keep wanting to get better and be better and inspiring the youth that's watching you, You still the best shooting big ever. You still
trying, man.
HOF.
Bro,
And
I
you
remember.
still deserve all the flowers you gonna get and get now, my boy.
It's because of people like y'all. You set me up. You taught me so much without even recognizing you was teaching. Because you know me, I'm a person who learns so much by just being there.
Facts.
And I won't be saying nothing, and I just be watching, and I'll be, all right, cool. And then D-Lo will ask me something, and I'll be like, yeah, and I'll do this move that D-Lo did the other day, and D-Lo like, where the hell you get that? I'll be like, I got it from you
Type
like
shit.
2 games ago, and I was
shit.
like, why is he doing this? I did that
that.
shit with JB. JB does that same
Craft.
low dribble, crab dribble high. I did that shit in the game. I didn't get the foul. I was like, I ain't doing that shit again.
I was watching his highlights before the game, so I'm trying to do his moves and bitches ain't work.
I'm trying to tell you, JB. You know, JB reminds me a lot of Willis Reed, and he has that Willis Reed mentality. When people ask me, they say, "Why?" I said, because he knows exactly what his spots are. He doesn't deviate from where his spots are. He wants to get right to the middle of the
Who
paint.
the hell Willis Reed?
Willis Reed?
New Yorker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, see, that's
Like,
probably-
nah, he always talks about like he gets to his spot. I'm gonna get to these spots. I'm gonna go to work. When I go shoot, I'm gonna go only shoot at these spots because I'm only gonna get to these spots. And JB gets, you're gonna get to that middle paint. He's gonna hit you with that lefty floater. He gonna get there. You're gonna cut him off. He's gonna spin back.
He's
and he gonna
countered
shoot.
up, man.
Yeah,
He's
and
countered up.
He's just crafty.
I want to sit down with him and his dad.
Yeah, that's a good combo, right?
That's what I want, because he's going to give you the blueprint.
Hit
on
him up, he'll do it.
anybody's dad that's trying to groom his son.
You hit him up, he'll do it. He'll be the first one and be like, "Come on,
sick.
let's set it up."
That'd be sick, bro.
I think that's one of those. You know, what would be cool. I would love to see you and Pat Ewing talk.
Pat Ewing?
Just
Legend.
because that's like such a.
He's around the
different
team a little bit?
Yeah,
Damn.
and you know he was a head coach, so he's gonna give you like from a player, a coach's point of view, and then he'd be sitting watching us practice and stuff. So when he's seeing how the new generation is,
Yeah, I mean,
approaching all that shit.
my mind rises to the occasion when it comes to high level basketball talk.
You know who I would really, because you were on the Nets, you was an all-star in the Nets. In my opinion, one of the best point guards we've ever seen on the Nets in this
J-Kid?
generation. Nah, I would love. Well, there would be a language barrier, but
Who?
I would love to have seen you and Petrovic.
Oh, yeah.
Johnson.
I think I said that recently. We was talking about if there was, it was with Brickley. We was talking about we could sit at a table with someone.
Oh, who you can work out with.
Work out with,
all
I said
time.
Larry Bird, Petrovic, something like that.
I just feel like y'all being such like all-star guards of the Nets, and then
learn from him for sure.
and then on top of that, like
And he wasn't dunking.
you a savant for basketball, and then for you to be able to talk to him about what he was doing to like Jordan and like the greats.
Surviving, and he wasn't dunking, so like,
You know what I'm
can
trying to say?
relate.
But I'm talking about talking shit to them and then like really backing it up and then like really cooking.
I saw that. I definitely saw that. He was in the. They did like a documentary.
Yeah,
how he
on
was
th-
cooking them
ESPN,
boys. Yep.
the ESPN one.
Yep.
I just feel like that would be one thing I would, as a fan of basketball, I
It'd be
just
dope.
would be like crazy to be able to watch if that was ever. But we'll get to do that shit when we up there.
Man, listen, we wrapping this up, bro. My dog's got a game tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow. For him to take the time to do this is special. Big bodega checking out for all the fans out there. Link, Cat, we out.
Yeah, third.
I got one last question before we wrap it up.
Well, make sure you edit that in and make it look
No,
like
no,
we
it's
did just
good. It'll be a good like post credit scene. So you were talking about your stories with Kobe, things like that. Do you have anything like KG that you learned? Anything special from him, like a little advice or anything from him?
KG was when we first
raw.
got there. I'm already knowing.
Just tons of bark.
That was your year in that clip where he was like, "Hell no, trash."
Yeah. What, to Eric Gordon? I was like, first of all, he said it to Eric Gordon, who was like
Right.
still in the league, cooking from three.
Yeah.
I think if there was one thing that KG taught me that showed me why he was so special. I remember when I was younger, I was a rookie, obviously, and KG one day, we're not picking up a basketball. And we just went from baseline to mid post, and we just kept going with no basketball, just mimicking having the ball and doing a move.
Pounding.
And I was just kind of following him, and he would go, you know, KG does that little face up, and he just does
he's
that.
doing
and then
that?
Yeah, so he was doing with no basketball. So we just like,
Animated.
we honestly out there just dancing. We just like out there just moving, and I'm seeing how he's flowing, and I'm like, you know, the thing about KG was, you know, and everything was elongated like this.
Yeah.
Like his pump fake, it wasn't like this. It was all the way to the floor, down, up, and then his shot is so high. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, you know, this looks like kind of like the flow of water. Everything's very,
it flows so naturally. Like everything looks like a dance, and I'm like following him, and we did this for like 3 weeks, and we'll be in there. I'll be there. We'll do it for like 10 minutes a day.
Think it helped?
Hell yeah. I mean, it was just cool to see like.
Get your feel.
Yeah, but it's someone too. It's like you could always learn something. Like I could be at a CYO game and learn something. Even Tibbs, like we run plays that he saw in a Jewish league game. Like, and we're running at the NBA level, and it's like little kids are running this play that a coach came up with.
Oh, of course.
Goes to work from 9 to 5, who's an accountant. He came up with this play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm there 10 minutes a day, and when I'm seeing, I'm like, all right, so when I put the basketball in this situation, it doesn't even matter, because as soon as I get to this point,
ain't no stopping.
There's no stopping it. You get to here, right here, shot.
Muscle memory.
All right, cool. We going, because it's like a dance. So imagine if you like Chris Breezy and you just be dancing all day, and I got this dance move that no one could fuck with. No one could do it. They can't do it as well as me, whatever. So if you go out there and you got this move already in your back pocket, whenever I need to use it, I got it. I need a point.
That's love, bro.
You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to get to this here.
That's why you need vets, though.
For sure.
So you can learn those little
Isn't that crazy, though? The teams that I look at and I see them in the NBA and they got so much talent. And I was like, man, if they had one, maybe 2 vets, we'd be talking to them about a whole different they'd have a whole different narrative. We'd be talking about
the right vets too.
Yeah, because that's true. Because we've seen the wrong vets as well.
Playing vet is so valuable, I think, to a young team's growth. That's what I'm gonna say.
Give me like an example as someone like who's not in the league, like just an average fan. Like,
of what?
Of who like someone like that would be.
Like a good vet?
A good vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was like Andre Miller, Tayshaun Prince, KG. I had 3 of them at one time my rookie year. I had all 3, and they're different positions.
Yeah.
I'm learning at KG, like at that power forward, big man role where like, how can you be dominant Hall of Famer? I'm learning from Tayshaun Prince, like the mentality, the kind of the mindset of being like at that level. And he went to Kentucky.
For sure.
So, I'm learning from him and how he did it in college and how he went and won with the Pistons and stuff. And then Andre Miller, in my opinion, is probably the best,
most underrated,
best post-up point guards I've ever seen in my entire life, maybe ever, and just was a wizard when it came to just being on that low post as a guard. He felt like he was a 5 up there. You can't stop him. Exactly.
I guess like a vet that like, because I would expect like
I was gonna
KG.
say Fred VanVleet. Now he's a vet that's playing that doesn't need to play a lot. He's just there. His presence is really, really vital for that team. Jared Dudley for me.
Yeah.
It was the last stint of his career. But he played.
Yeah.
That was vital. Ed Davis.
Ed Davis, man. Shout out Ed Davis.
You know what I'm saying? Last stint of their career.
If you talk about people like that right now who could still play right now, like for me.
They
just like anybody.
Yeah,
like
first one that comes to my mind is like Taj Gibson. Just someone like, think about it, game 82, Denver, we needed our vet to step up, guard Jokic, and he went out there and got the stop. We go to the playoffs. So, like someone like him, that's why I feel like he's so valuable.
I mean, it's cool to hear guys like that I would never think of if I never got to see or hear your guys' conversations behind the scenes. Like if I'm just like a random down the street, I would never be like, oh, Ed Davis is a good vet to have on the team. It'd be like, like let me go get this young guy. But it's like I saw Ed firsthand, and like, bro, like it's just
there's like those certain people who just they just certain people, they step in the room and they elevate the room, of course, but they don't need to be the room.
For sure.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like for me,
that's exactly it. That dude would float in the shadows all night, but be the smartest dude in the room and hear everything and won't say nothing.
Ed Davis was one of those dudes, like he said. He was like one of those dudes, he could be in this room, you would never know he's in the room, but as soon as you had that sense of doubt, he just knew to step up right out the shadow and be like, hey, yo, you solid, bro. Yep. And then just step right back in the shadow. He was like, all right, cool,
We're
I got
play that clip. Bro, you don't remember we did the Zoom our first year, and Ed was there, and the dude said, yo, Ed, why's your hairline receiving? We was on the Zoom call with the kids.
Okay.
And the kid was like, man, them waves, man, stop playing. and they said something to Ant too.
I don't remember, bro.
It was like the kids on the Zoom call. Bro.
I have the video, but it popped in my
Hilarious,
Snap
bro.
memories, bro. And I didn't know what to expect. It's like a video of a computer screen and like this little kid's talking like, what is this? And he asked that. I started dying.
Bro, I gotta see that. You gotta send me that.
We gonna send it to
Bro,
you.
you just hear Vando. It's like he's like 10 yards from his phone. He's just dying laughing. It's like dead silent. He's like, you just wave, man. Stop playing. It was
D-Lo the type of dude to join the kid side and be like, hey, what's going on?
But we did. I swear he said something to Ant like that too, bro.
Yo, who wins the 7-game series? Your Kentucky team or this 2012 Anthony Davis team?
That's a question right there for
I'm
you.
gonna say us, of course.
Dude, he had 2 teams in one.
We had 3 teams, bro.
AD said actually them, didn't he? AD said his team would win too.
Damn, that team was good though.
I don't
but
think we asked
really.
He said because I remember talking to him about it. I don't think it was with y'all, but I think he was like that he was a problem for y'all. He was gonna be a problem for y'all, just defensively.
I mean, it's
like,
AD.
they-
for
I mean,
sure.
but of course, but we
Y'all just had everything,
had
bro.
12 NBA players
Yeah, y'all-
on a team
Joey
at one time.
85.
You know what I'm trying to say? We had 12 of them. We could have, bro. The fact that shout out to him too, Alex Poitras tore his ACL, and we just replaced him with Trey Lyles is crazy. And then Trey Lyles' backup became Derek
there.
Willis.
Derek Willis is Mickey D's.
Jones.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, Terrence Jones was on that team.
He was.
Oh, 80s team.
Yeah.
So what? 80s team was what? They had Marcus Teague, him, Gilchrist,
Wilcher. Kyle
Was it,
Wilcher.
remember Daniel Orton? Wasn't he on that team?
Daniel
Orton.
Orton. Nah.
But it wasn't
Nah.
Patrick
80
Patterson.
didn't
wasn't
play
on-
with Cuz.
But Patrick Patterson wasn't on that team.
No.
No.
You talking about Daniel? You talking about D. Orton was with Cuz, John Wall, Blade.
We're confusing their
What about that team?
That team would
That
probably
team's
beat
nice.
all y'all.
That team's so
That
goddamn
team would
fast.
probably.
I mean, they just had like
John Wall, Eric
old
Bledsoe.
players.
If you redraft that year, top 3 is all you get.
What year?
John Wall, Cousins, and
If you
Bledsoe.
had to do a Kentucky starting 5 all time, who would it be?
Dang.
We had just a Vando.
That's
Tough, bro.
Them in Kentucky,
Yeah, that's the-
or them in their best ever.
No, just
At
Kentucky alumni.
But in
Oh,
the NBA,
ever, but that's hard to say.
or UK,
Shit.
Cause shit, you could be Antoine Walker in that motherfucker.
You're not gonna put him up
Put
there.
anybody in that shit. Then
that's why you gotta really specify.
if you say like Kentucky, like them at their Kentucky days,
yeah, that's different than like NBA. Their peak.
I'd say John Wall, Anthony Davis.
You were Cuz. I remember we
Gil-
were talking about this.
yeah.
You were Cuz.
Honestly, I would like to see Gilchrist, DeMarcus Cousins, Willie.
Cauley Stein. You
Bro,
named
he's National
fi-
Player of the
you named
Year.
5 bigs with John Wall.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
named 2 bigs.
Bro, you said Willie Cauley Stein, Cousins, AD.
Oh, that's true.
Gilchrist is a 5.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's like,
If you had that team, you'd have to have like Jamal or somebody so they could shoot. Like you'd have to, because
Bro.
that team is.
My team's cooking y'all. De'Aaron Fox, Book. Who's my 3? I mess
Messing
around
with
and
But are we picking people when
I
they were
mess
at
around and put
Kentucky,
Trey
right?
Lyles at the 3.
Well,
And
but
then
just
put
said,
you
like,
and then
Yeah,
AD.
Kentucky.
Fox, Book, you, Lyles, AD.
playing college
imagine
basketball
college
league.
versions, AD.
Not
Shea
UK,
in college
not
was
UK,
like-
yeah.
But you see what I'm trying to say?
Shea
If you're
down.
putting the college, if
Yeah,
we're
you
putting
gotta
the
be-
college version, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't even put myself. I would put Willie. Because
No.
I would put Willie over.
I'm taking AD. I'm the guy that's taking 3 bigs. I'm taking AD.
I just did that.
you-
Nigga got on me.
Yeah, but
about
I'm
it.
taking AD, you, and D Cuz. Like, and then my other 2, I'm getting shooters.
Where you went wrong is you said Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
He was
No
he
offense.
was so
No
good.
offense, bro.
Nah, for sure. But he was so good there. I don't know. There's just something. You need someone who has to be a glue guy. You can't have everybody be that nice. to shoot the ball.
You seen Book in the Olympics, boy. That
Oh,
boy was
with
Mr.
31
Versatility.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was.
versatility,
But I'm
Book.
going off of, remember, we're going
Going
off
off
of
best
saying when
player.
they were in college.
So you're looking for role
So,
players.
like,
He came off the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a role player. No. De'Aaron Fox, though, in college,
Nah,
I think he
crazy.
was like
Shit,
him
what
and
about
Jamal, him and John
no
Wall.
cap? No, what
Brian.
about Monk? Monk in Kentucky was
Was
scoring
insane.
shit out the ball.
Insane.
I would take
Shit, we could throw James Young in that motherfucker. Well, we had it.
I would take Jamal Murray over Monk.
I don't know. But this is the good thing about being at Kentucky. You got a lot of
My
options.
boy got the seeds with the cup.
You saw that?
Boy, I ain't had no C's in a minion. Let me get some. Wrap this.
National championship too.
So let me ask you this: what's your Ohio State one?
Ooh.
Cause you got it. Are you gonna throw Evan Turner in there, right?
What? He's gonna be the one.
There you go. How you gonna be the one? You gonna be the one?
I'm gonna be a shooter, catch and shoot.
Oh my
I'm going. This is my team. I'm going. Aaron Kraft.
For Mike Conley?
Yeah. Wow. Only because I'm Mike Conley.
Start off right away.
I don't need me and Mike Conley.
Okay.
Aaron Kraft.
Okay.
B.
Uh-huh.
Evan Turner.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't see Clark Kellogg and all those dudes.
Yeah, I get you, I get you.
Like, I'm going Sully and Greg Oden.
Greg Oden in college.
Come on.
Hey, no,
Aaron
I'm
Kraft?
Greg Oden, bro.
Aaron Kraft in college, bro.
Greg
I'm taking
Oden's the
him over
closest
any
thing
guard.
I've ever seen. Like, I love DeMarcus, but Greg Oden's the closest thing I've seen to Shaq. Like, that boy gonna be stopped.
Ask Trevor about Greg Oden in practice. Greg Oden used to bully Trevor, boy.
There's nothing you can do.
Monkey dunking that joint.
There's nothing you could do with Greg Oden.
Sully was a
Aaron
beast
Kraft
too.
locked up.
Bro.
His defense.
Bro.
Insane.
Bro, there's nothing you can do with Greg Oden.
Watching Aaron Kraft in college, I was like, I gotta go work on my ball handle.
Dude, about Jake Deaver.
Come on, my
Shout out Jake, man.
Let's just talk about how we picked our all-time Kentucky team, and we're only picking players from a 3-year span. We're not even talking about like.
We gonna put it
No, I'm saying like I'm not saying like no like Kenny
Ron
Skywalker. We're not even Antoine Walker. We're not even talking about none of them. We're just talking about 3-year period of these people.
That was
and that's it.
already our period.
But
That's how good we were.
Our decade crazy.
yeah, that run, even though y'all didn't win championships, that run of like how talented UK was year in year out. Like that's why Cal was there for so long. Y'all won the one championship with AD.
I was like, this one last year.
It was literally the fans. They couldn't say anything because it was like every year they're bringing in fucking 12 McDonald's All-Americans. Like, what are you gonna do?
Jody
Every-
Meeks had a great.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
Jody Meeks.
That's what I'm saying. There's people we could be talking about. Like that's why I said when you actually specified like just in when they were in Kentucky at that time.
If we're
There were some
talking
people who were just special at Kentucky at that time that we can't even like. I can't even talk about it.
Think about if you just take that to like in the NBA right now. Like you could build 4 teams of perennial players that are going to be superstar Hall of Famers in their career. Like think about that. Like you guys, there's so many players from UK. Not that you just have so many. There's so many elite level guys who are like top 3 at their position from UK, which is just crazy. Because it all
I miss John Wall, bro.
that little run.
I miss seeing John Wall when he was John Wall. It was just so electrifying.
Bro, I told him that we did open gym in Miami, and he looked free. This was during COVID, so he's rehabbing. He got the rehab longer than you would expect because season stopped or whatever.
Yeah.
He's hooping, behind the back, dunking left hand, talking that shit. I'm like, niggas, game missed that, bro. Like they missed your flair.
Yeah, the behind the back on going full speed is like, what is that? Like, who's doing that?
Midnight Madness. He showed on ESPN and he came down like he's like
Doing it. Doggy.
There's just certain people that the game just misses. Like, I miss seeing like John Wall playing like John Wall. I miss seeing like people like when Kenneth Faried was Kenneth Faried, just outworking, out athletic, like just so like he was everywhere. Like you feel like, bro, relax. He was like Josh Hart, but like
As a guard.
just 6'9", 10, like not 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
And you seen him in the G League playing? He's still dunking the shit out of everybody.
I played with him. I played with him in Brooklyn. Shout out, man.
I'm talking about like this was like a couple months ago.
Mhm.
Like he's cooking, and I'm just like people like that. Like I'm just like I don't know. Maybe that's just like nostalgia kicking in, but
And this one, it was two.
hurt him. Like John Wall got paid so much. Remember they told him to not.
Yeah, they
like
didn't play
basically,
him at all.
they just didn't play him. I remember he came and worked out. It was like during the season. He was making like 100
two bigs
something.
out there.
oh yeah,
I missed that era of basketball when there was a 5 and a 4, and they both were big as hell.
Brandon Bass, Chris Mullin.
That was the style of play that I was learning and preparing for. And the game evolved, and obviously I had to evolve with it. But if I was still playing dominant pick and roll and an adjustment in the game, if you killed the pick and roll, the bigs were too damn big to blitz you.
Carlos, you would
Think
have
about that,
been
though.
going against on a Utah team. You would have guessed that be like, all right, I'm gonna bring Carlos Boozer up, or I'm gonna bring Mehmet Okur up.
But you think about that, like they couldn't blitz you. A blitz wasn't their adjustment back then. The adjustment back then was a guy would just get 50.
Like that's
I
it.
would just
That's
cook.
it.
He would just miss.
You would just bank on him getting. You would be like, all right, this man D'Lo's walking in, so we just need to try. D'Lo's gonna.
We know he's gonna get 30,
27 to 40.
Yep.
We just need to find a way to get him only to 27 to 30.
That was the adjustment. Now you can switch, go small, trap. Yes, that's why I'm like the league is way harder, bro.
Yeah.
Way harder.
It's because everyone got more athletic too.
More athletic, but the more athletic guys can also shoot the lights out of the ball. So it's like
No, there's no that, but there's no picture for what a guy does. There's no scores on the
You're just
scorecard.
either a hooper or not.
You can be Josh Hart that you got to prepare for rebounds.
Yeah.
You got to prepare for this dominating rebounder. He's not 300, 6'10". He is 6'5", 220.
Shit.
You got to prepare for that.
He's 6'0".
You got to prepare
Being
for that now. It's just different.
Like think about it. Or you could be, but then you could also have someone who's, even for me, let's just say me, I'm 7 foot, and you can be prepared like he not gonna even touch the paint all day. He's just gonna shoot threes all game.
We're switching 1 through 5 when Cat's in the ball screen because we know he's not really rolling. He's not posting up. If he is, we can prepare. But that's not what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Back then, ain't no switching 1 through 5. I dare you. We throwing that bitch to Brandon Bass in the post.
Oh,
we
God.
throwing it to Glenn Davis, Glenn Baby Davis. You're not switching on him.
Big, that's right.
Think about that.
Shout out to him.
I wish I was playing that era.